Hello and welcome to Tempus Soundtrack. Given that people requested this video at first and then requested more in the series, I am doing another one and it feels great. Though I still want you faithful viewers to ask me about a topic that you want me to cover or anything, because I can only think of so much. Anyway, a friend of mine moaned about the backstory in some of these quests, making it take longer, so I figure that is something to discuss in the Tempus soundtrack. So, backstory. I must admit, I am one of those gamers. I love my storyline. I like to have little plot threads carefully woven through a game. It's artful, really, just truly artful. But sometimes, it can get thoroughly annoying. When does it stop being awesome and just start becoming a pain? I'm sure that this threshold is different for every player, but for me at least, I find backstory is fantastic the first time around. Listening to the NPCs in Rift rabbiting on about how awesome I am in the ceremony of attunement, but it's only cool the first time. After that, skip! Really, you hear it once, you hear it 1,000 times. So once I've heard it, I want the ability to skip it. Really, how many times are you going to freeze me in place while the traitor babbles on for half an hour? So, I like being able to listen to it, if I want to, but otherwise, it's skip time. However, it goes a step beyond that. The occasional quest with a nice storyline, cinematic, or something, it's fantastic, and it really adds to my emotion to the game. It makes me feel like I'm really there. But if every single quest had a long dialogue, I would probably fall asleep. So there is definitely a balance required, and I have to say that games like WoW and Rift have found that balance quite well. In fact, I might even say they need a bit more in the way of dialogue quests, because they do them so damn well. Going a step beyond backstory and into flavor. Nothing makes a game feel more refined than when the NPCs are talking to each other, and even to you, all the time. The best part about the flavor is that the developers tend to make the NPCs' comments really funny, in the moment at least. What do I mean by flavor? Let's go into it a little bit more. When I say flavor, I mean the flavor text. The names of some of the characters like Harrison Jones in World of Warcraft. Everybody likes a good movie reference. And then you have all the small tidbits of dialogue in the game. Like in Ember Isle, the Far Clan dynamite fishing. The NPCs will say things like, "That was a good throw. Yeah, sure, kill that fish." It just adds to the experience. Not to mention it reminds me of Croc Dundee 2. If you aren't sure why, then go ahead and watch that movie. You can thank me later. Not getting too sidetracked, flavor is all the little things in the games. The little things that make you laugh, the movie references, the Arnold Schwarzenegger Thor in StarCraft 2. Don't tell me that didn't make you laugh. So yes, let's call all of that flavor, the refinement of the game. On a side note, need more minerals isn't flavor in this case, just on the off chance you were wondering that. It even goes a step further when they talk directly about something in your life as you know it, not some clever twist, but a reference. For example, in Infamous, when Cole comes back to the shore and Zeke is there, Cole asks how he made it back and Zeke replies with something like, "Not really sure, let's just say I am no Michael Phelps." Michael Phelps being an extremely good Olympic swimmer, who I believe is now retired. The combination of backstory and flavor helps bring a game to life, when done well of course, because if you think about it, if two games were exactly the same in every other way, the one with more backstory and flavor, or just better backstory and flavor, would usually be the one that people said was better, just because there's a lot more to a game than, "Hey you, go here, kill this, and when you've done that, there are about 60,000 other things we need you to do." You aren't busy, are you? Well, these are just my thoughts anyway. What do you think about backstory and flavor? Let me know in the comments, and be sure to rate with that thumbie up button. Click the annotation on the video to subscribe, and then follow me on Twitter by clicking that link in the description and then clicking other things on Twitter. I really don't know much about Twitter, so you will have to wing it. I have no special tactics for you, I'm afraid.